El Centro. Good morning, Gene.
Good morning.
Another beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Another day.
Yes.
In the neighborhood.
Well, they were talking about dense fog and couldn't see it.
That happens most every day in D.C.
Yes.
Dense fog.
In Sacramento and in D.C.
Yeah, Sacramento,
yes.
The same.
Yes. Oh, well, anyway, I think we mentioned that divorce filings peak in January. Yeah, a friend of ours, I won't mention his name, but he split from his wife. And they're very modern about it. I mean, they don't call it a divorce. They just said it was downsizing the marriage. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, times change, you remember? When couples stayed together for the sake of the kids?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now they stay together for the sake of the dog.
I was just going to say, the animals in the family.
Oh, well.
It would be too hard on Fido.
Yeah, the custody fight over the dog gets pretty intense.
That's pretty, yes.
Yes.
That's pretty, yes, yeah.
Oh, well. Today, it is January 22nd. We mentioned that, I believe.
I think I heard that.
Yes.
That's a repeat.
It's also Polka Dot Day. I think I'll wear a polka dot tie today. How about a polka dot bow tie that spins?
All of the above.
Yes. It's also Celebration of Life Day, and it's Hot Sauce Day. I like hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
Yeah.
Hot sauce. We call it salsa in this part of the country.
Well, there's a difference between salsa and hot sauce.
Yeah, that's an opinion in itself.
Yes, and I really got indoctrinated to hot sauce for the most part when I was in the Army, because you carried a bottle of hot sauce because you could put it on anything the mess sergeant threw at you, and it was edible.
Yeah, I was going to say, and it was you sanitized it that way.
You got that right. C rations, yeah. A little bit of hot sauce always helped.
You know, I think they make a leather carrier for. I think I've seen somebody walking around with a holster style for your salsa.
Okay.
Or your hot sauce, either one.
Yeah, and it doesn't necessarily have to be hot to have a lot of flavor, right?
That's right.
You got it. Okay, we've got a visit with the mayor of El Centro, Efrain Silva, coming up on local news. But before we get there, how about we celebrate some birthdays?
Some big shot birthdays?
Well, we'll start with the big shot birthdays, and then we'll build up to the friends and neighbors we know and love.
Real people after that. That sounds good.
Okay, actress Piper Laurie is 88. Steve Perry is 71. Journey, right?
Mm-hmm.
Teddy Gentry, he plays bass for Alabama, 68. Actor John Wesley Shipp is 65. Linda Blair, her head is still spinning. She's 61.
Yeah, she doesn't like split-piece soup either.
Actress Diane Lane is 55. Rapper, actor, DJ Jazzy Jeff is 55. What makes him special? Well, he was part of Will Smith and, from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and all. Anyway, celebrity chef Guy Fieri is 52. Actress Olivia Diabo is 51. Actress Kate Finneran is 49. Actor Balthazar Getty, 45. Actor Christopher Kennedy Masterson is 40. Actress Beverly Mitchell, 39. Actress, singer Phoebe Stroll is 37. Actress Sammy Gale is 24. Local birthdays, we got them.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometowns, and that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
let's celebrate our KXO birthdays. Happy birthday, Addison Pena, Thacker Popejoy, Erica Perez Orozco, Derek Butler, Peggy Williams, Manuel Vasquez Sr., Damian Sanchez, Francis Ward, Jesus Lopez, Dalton Mendoza, Tristan Villalobos, Raul de la Torre, Jesus Lopez, Christina Harrison, Darren Marquez, David Sadu, Derek Everhart, Don Lamb, Dorothy Lee, Gerardo Romero, Jerome McMillan, Kina Halkin, Lupe Rodriguez, Raylene Vance, Ruth Perry, Tammy Buck, Madison Hamilton, Emma Trinidad, Emma Rose Britschke, Maritza Arredondo, and Bertie Cota. Happy birthday from your friends at KXO. A pretty robust list there.
A long list there for sure. Sure.
Yeah, okay. So, the producer of Downton Abbey has a new show called Belgravia. He says it's very different from Downton Abbey. The British lord spoke with a stiff upper lip in Downton Abbey. In the new show, there's a lord who sprains his face when he tries talking with a stiff lower lip.
Mm-hmm.
Could happen.
Yes. Could happen.
Oh, well. And this is a true story. In New Hampshire, a man choked a coyote to death after the coyote attacked his young son. The kid's okay. The man received several bites while he was strangling the coyote. And don't you know, Gene, somewhere right now, the Roadrunner is hearing this story and taking notes, thinking, very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know that Valor is listening right now. He was checking out to make sure that you put the correct pronunciation on Tristan's name this morning for his birthday.
Well, yes, I did.
I know you did. He was listening on his way to school this morning. And, of course, he'll be listening tomorrow for his birthday. Okay,
and, in case you miss it, we're on YouTube, and we're live on YouTube, but then you can go back to the KXO YouTube channel and watch it. Let your friends in New York know that, hey, local news from KXO on YouTube.
YouTube? Yes, YouTube. Okay. And watch YouTube. Okay.
We're going to jump into the news. We've got Visit with the Mayor and other stuff. Good Coming stuff. Up. So stick around. World and California news headlines right now. It's all brought to you by Bobby and Mary Locke. Locke Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News Update. Heading into day 2 of his impeachment trial, President Trump says he likes what he sees so far.
I think the team was really good, and the facts are all on our side.
Mr. Trump spoke from the Global Economic Forum in Switzerland. More from correspondent Stephen Portnoy.
The president says he'll leave the question of witnesses to the Senate, but he also strongly suggests he'll seek to block the testimony of his current and former senior aides. John Bolton and Mike Pompeo's testimony, he says, might prompt national security concerns.
The Senate wrapped up day 1 early this morning. Lawmakers reconvene in just a couple of hours. CBS's Bill Rakoff is on Capitol Hill.
They're going to be right back here at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern, and it would be expected at that point that the opening arguments will begin. Both sides will have 12 hours to do so, total of 24 hours that will be spread out over 3 days.
CBS News Update. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
No matter how cold it is outside, you can keep warm and toasty inside with a quality-built, super-efficient York furnace. Affordable, quiet, and reliable, you can count on a furnace from York because it's backed by the strongest warranties available. It's just another way we install confidence. Call Locke Air Conditioning, your local York dealer, at 760-353-4501 to learn how you can move up to a new level of comfort and efficiency this season. That's 353-4501. Contractor license 696-216.
California headline news. After almost 13 hours in the Senate chamber on the first day of the impeachment trial against President Trump, California Democrat Adam Schiff introduced one last amendment that would allow Chief Justice John Roberts to subpoena witnesses or documents, lamenting the fact that other amendments have been voted down.
Because they don't want a fair trial, and so we end where we started, with one party wanting a fair trial one party that doesn't.
The Senate Majority Leader apparently nodding to pressure from moderate Republicans and agreeing to extend opening statements to 3 days instead of 2. At the state capitol, legislation aimed at preventing wildfires and power shutoffs. Assemblyman James Gallagher's bills would increase funding for utility infrastructure upgrades and force fuel reduction.
The transmission lines that we rely on for our electricity are sparking and causing fires. Instead of spending billions of dollars on more green power, put the money into these transmission lines that are a big problem.
A 3.6 magnitude earthquake near Silmar. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. For all your air conditioning, heating, and sheet metal needs, you call Lock Air Conditioning today.
The famous Meat Lovers Pizza from Pizza Hut. Loaded with over a pound of meat and cheese. Get yours for just $10 for a limited time. Only at Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut. Ask for deals. Some crust types cost more. Prices and participation vary. 10 per order.
Real travel is life-changing. With Trafalgar, you'll discover the best way to travel and connect with the culture, people, and places you visit. You'll travel with the freedom to discover and the confidence to explore. With over 300 trips on all 7 continents, you get real experiences that you won't find elsewhere. These are just a few of the greatest travel stories you'll ever tell. Save up to 7.5% on trips. Terms and conditions apply. Visit your travel agent or Trafalgar.com. Trafalgar, simply the best.
Nature Valley brings that satisfying crunch that gets your family going again with real delicious honey and whole grain oats. So get out here. Nature Valley Oats and Honey Crunchy Bars. The original crunch.
It's page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. Quick Lane, 2 locations in the valley, one in Brawley, another in El Centro. Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Taking a look at the latest in local news, we have a visit with the mayor of El Centro on last night's council meeting.
The El Centro City Council met last night for our first meeting of the new year. The council first recognized the athletic achievements of a Carroll from El Centro, Santiago Pacheco Jr., who recently added to his 5 national weightlifting records, lifting an incredible total of 738 pounds last week at a local weightlifting competition. This is again a United States record for his division. In other matters, the council adopted a new policy and guidelines for the discontinuation of residential water service for our residents that may fall behind their water payment. The new policy will allow residents new opportunities and options for payment to avoid the discontinuance of services. The city will also be soliciting it for general landscaping services for our city parks and facilities. The council also approved the designation of certain streets near the hospital as permit parking only to mitigate the off-street parking congestions affecting residents near the hospital. The council approved a modification to an existing contract with Schneider Electric, augmenting their contract by $1.3 million that will permit the reconstruction of a deteriorated sewer line along Imperial Avenue. This is one of those projects that is not visible to our residents, but also of incredible importance. Work along Imperial Avenue will take place March through June and will be done at night to minimize the impact along Imperial Avenue. Letters of support were approved by the Council for SB 795, which is legislation to promote affordable housing, and also for the Imperial Valley Bello Club, who will be hosting the 310 to Yuma bicycle event. Also, a letter was approved supporting a grant application for the design and operation of a lithium extraction plant near the Salton Sea. A letter opposing SB 50 was also approved by the Council due to concerns that this legislation would reduce local flexibility over planning and zoning regulation. This is only a brief summary of the actions taken by the El Centro City Council last night. Please contact the city clerk's office for a copy of the full council agenda.
That was Efrain Silva, mayor of El Centro. A pickup truck crashed and burned after running off the roadway. The accident was reported at about 4:20 p.m. Tuesday on westbound Interstate 8, about 2 miles east of Mountain Springs Road. The California Highway Patrol said that the pickup ran off the right side of the highway and came to rest about 75 feet off the roadway and down a 30-foot ravine. The truck was fully engulfed in flames. The single occupant of the truck was airlifted to Desert Regional Medical Center in Palm Springs. With a reported fractured arm and lacerations, the wrecked truck was to remain on site until Wednesday morning, when a tow truck would be able to retrieve it. KXO News Time, 7:43.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers now have 2 locations in the Imperial Valley. On Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less at El Centro, and in the Brawley Auto Plaza, Highway 86 and Julia Drive in Brawley. Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. They're open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. till 6 p.m., Saturdays, 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. And they've got the best prices on name brand tires, guaranteed. Just ask your Quick Lane advisor for details. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro.
In other local news, a workshop has been scheduled on farm labor law and the updates. Here's more on that story.
It will be held January 29th in Brawley. At the workshop, you will learn new laws and regulations imposed for the 2020 ag community. The new information will help in learning what is needed to continue employing and operating. Labor law updates. A workshop is presented by the County of Imperial Agricultural Commissioner, Sealer of Weights and Measures. To register to go to the Brawley Chamber of Commerce website. Workshop will be held January 29th at 9 a.m. until 12 noon at the Stockman's Club in Brawley. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
The Imperial County Elections Office is looking for poll workers. The California primary election is March 3rd of this year, and poll workers are needed to staff 55 precinct boards. Poll workers must meet the following criteria: be a registered voter in the state of California or lawfully admitted for permanent residence in the U.S., and who is otherwise eligible to register to vote, except for their lack of U.S. citizenship. Be able to follow written and verbal instructions. Be available to serve Election Day from approximately 6 a.m. till 9 p.m. Must be able to attend a training class. Poll workers who work at the polling place receive a stipend of $100 for Election Day and $15 for attending the training class. Prospective poll workers should contact the Imperial County Elections Department. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. We're counting down to Valentine's Day, and I have a suggestion. Yeah, before it's too late, head to the Peanut Patch in Yuma. Well, the Peanut Patch, they make candy right there on the spot. Delicious homemade chocolates in all sorts of different varieties, like English toffee or pecan turtles. They're made from scratch. You'll love their yogurt-covered peanuts, raisins, and almonds, chocolate-covered coffee beans, cinnamon bears, chocolate raspberry sticks. We're talking chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. Perfect for Valentine's Day at the Peanut Patch in Yuma. You go ahead, take Interstate 8 East, then at Avenue 3E, turn right south past MCAS Yuma until you come to East County 13th Street, turn left, and then head on down the road, and you'll find the Peanut Patch, or find them on the web at thepeanutpatch.com. Page 2 of the local news and weather brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, or retirement planning.
Continuing with more local news, 8 community colleges, including IBC, have been chosen. George Gale explains.
They will be part of a pilot program program offers free immigration-related resources that officials say are much needed to serve undocumented students in a time of uncertainty. Program rolls out this year and will provide students, faculty, and staff with legal services such as confidential consultations on immigration status and outreach events, including workshops on immigration-related topics. The local community colleges chosen to receive the aid include Imperial Valley College, Cuyamaca, Mira Costa, Palomar, San Diego City, San Diego Mesa, and Southwestern. Total of $10 million was set aside through Assembly Bill 1809 for the State Department of Social Services to contract nonprofits that offer immigration legal services. It's called the Community College Immigration Legal Services Project. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Agreement is completed, a power purchase agreement. It is between the IID and Controlled Thermal Resources. They recently announced the successful completion of a power purchase agreement that indicates what they are calling a promising new decade for baseload renewable energy in California and the United States. Imperial Irrigation District and Controlled Thermal Resources, through its wholly owned subsidiary, Hell's Kitchen Power Company 1 LLC, entered into a PPA earlier this month regarding the sale of energy from the Hell's Kitchen geothermal facility. The agreement consists of a 25-year term to supply IID with 40 megawatts of geothermal energy from the Hell's Kitchen facility located at the foot of the Salton Sea in the region's internationally recognized Salton Sea known geothermal resource area. The geothermal power facility is expected to be operational in 2023 and will coincide with the development of CTR's integrated direct lithium extraction and conversion facility. Rabies vaccination clinics are just around the corner. Here's more on that story.
Imperial County rabies vaccination clinics will be held through February. Clinics are scheduled for Saturday and Sunday. This Saturday, clinics will be held at the Lucky Dog in Brawley, beginning at 7 a.m., at the City Shop in Calexico at 10 a.m., and at the County Animal Shelter in El Centro at 1 p.m. On Sunday, the rabies vaccination clinic will be held at the Niland Chamber of Commerce beginning at 10 a.m. Clinics offer rabies vaccinations and dog licenses. For altered dogs, the cost is $15. For unaltered dogs, the cost is $20. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
The El Centro Police Department is investigating the theft of several air compressors and a generator. Police reports indicate that two separate instances resulted in the loss of 4 air compressors, and a third report was taken for a stolen generator. Monday morning, a Calexico man reported 3 air compressors were taken from a padlock after a padlock was cut from a perimeter fence of a lot in the 1200 block of Evan Hughes Highway. Shortly after that, an air compressor was reported stolen from a business in the 1800 block of West Main Street. About 2 hours later, a 6,000-watt generator was pried from a locking device on a truck in the 1200 block of Smoke Tree. The thief left behind several tools used in the heist. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
Have you received notice that your Medicare health plan is changing or going away? Are you turning 65 soon, or are you newly eligible to Medicare and have questions about your Medicare options? Then give David or Jose a call at David H. West Insurance to learn about the ABCs of Medicare. Don't delay. Call David H. West Insurance Services now at 760-352-3411. That's 760-352-3411. That's David H. West Insurances.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says increasing high pressure and drying conditions beginning today will lead to warming conditions late this week and high temperatures back into the 70s. The quiet weather should last through the weekend, with above normal temperatures persisting before a slight cool down into early next week as a weak weather disturbance mostly passes north of the region. Our high yesterday, 69 degrees, 45 the low. Sunny today with a high near 71, west wind about 5 miles an hour. Clear tonight with a low 47, light winds becoming west about 5 miles an hour after midnight. Thursday will be sunny with a high near 76. Light wind becoming north-northwest about 5 miles an hour in the afternoon. 48 degrees downtown, 76% relative humidity. Wind out of the west at 327 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news and the weather brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. For health insurance plans and Medicare supplemental coverage, talk to David or Jose at David H. West Insurance Services.
Dad, they're hungry.
Siri, restaurants nearby.
Here are some options.
I want some Buckley fries.
And I want an Imperial Thick Burger.
But I want a salad.
Okay, I just want a juicy burger and an ice-cold beer. And I don't want to miss the game.
Everyone quiet, please. I have the place. Burgers and beer. Great food. Ice-cold beer, and you can watch your favorite game.
Burgers and Beer has something delicious for everyone. Burgers and Beer. The best burgers in town.
You're welcome.
It's sports time, brought to you by the Imperial Hardware Company Do-It Centers in Holtville, Brawley, and El Centro. That's where you'll find what you need when you need it. Well, Derek Jeter in the Hall of Fame. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Except it wasn't unanimous. Somebody held out, one vote shy of being unanimous, and that's okay with me. Larry Walker also elected on his 10th and final shot at the Hall of Fame. Meanwhile, Curt Schilling, Roger Clemens, Barry Bonds. Yeah, they didn't make it either. NBA action last night, the Clippers and the Mavericks teed it up, and the Clips picked up the win, 110-107.
Planning a home improvement project? Let your friends at Imperial Hardware Company lend a hand. Our Do-It Centers provide the sweet spot between convenience and selection, combining the value and variety of a big box with the ease of visiting a neighborhood market. Our helpful and courteous staff will get you outfitted for any task in no time. Imperial Hardware Company is locally owned and family operated, proudly serving this community for over a century. We carry only the best products and top name brands. Visit us in Brawley, El Centro, and Holtville to find what you need when you need it. Get it done with a little help from Imperial Hardware Company. Need special equipment for your next big project? Ask us about tool rentals. You'll find everything in one place at Imperial Do-It Centers.
Well, in more baseball, Jim Crane says, the Houston Astros players will apologize and ask for forgiveness in spring training. Yeah, okie dokie. And don't forget Super Bowl 54, Sunday, February 2nd. Yeah, we got a week and a half. We've got game right here on AM 1230 KXO. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you this morning by the Imperial Hardware Company Do-It Centers in Brawley, Holtville, and El Centro. Get it done with a little help from Imperial Hardware Company.
Since 1901, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has provided the finest printing and copying services from start to finish. When you choose Imperial Printers Rocket Copy, you can feel confident in our expertise and personal attention to your project. We have a team of professional graphic designers ready to take your ideas and make them a reality. From promotional merchandise, full-color brochures, blueprints, and high-speed copies to business forms and everything else in between, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers dependable and affordable quality printing. Thank you for choosing locally owned and operated Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. We have convenient locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley.
Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Styles and Smiles Complete Salon Services. Call for an appointment or walk in. Styles and Smiles on Imperial Avenue right by Cardenas Market in El Centro. U.S. stocks pushed higher today with major benchmarks climbing to a new intraday record after Chinese authorities provided assurance that they were taking steps to contain a possible coronavirus pandemic. The Dow Jones Industrial Average right now up 85 points at 29,282. S&P 500 is green at 3,337. The NASDAQ up 57 points at 9,428. Meanwhile, gold off $2.40 an ounce, and oil is down $1.26 a barrel. Big savings at the pump, right?
It's a new year, and Styles and Smiles wants you to look your best. But first, you need to make an appointment by calling 760-960-2382. That's 960-2382. Now, Styles and Smiles is a complete salon specializing hair, nails, cosmetics. And if it's time for a change, let Styles and Smiles transform your ordinary into extraordinary with their expert stylists. Bring the whole family because they do it all. Call now and make an appointment at 760-960-2382. That's 960-2382. Styles and Smiles, located by Cardenas Market in El Centro.
It will be sunny today with a high near 71, west wind about 5 miles an hour. Clear tonight with a low around 47. Light wind becoming west about 5 miles an hour after midnight. Thursday, sunny with a high near 76. Light wind becoming north-northwest about 5 miles an hour in the afternoon. 48 degrees, 76% relative humidity, wind out of the west at 325 miles an hour. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Styles and Smiles, here to help you look your best. Located on Imperial Avenue, right by Cardenas Market in El Centro. Styles and Smiles.
Every morning, residents of the Imperial and Coachella Valleys wake up. They drop children off at school. They start their workday. They open for business. Every day, they rely on the secure power provided by the Imperial Irrigation District. Energy, an everyday essential, delivered at affordable rates by a public power provider, committed to its customers. IID knows what matters, and what matters is you. IID, where customers always come first.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
CBS News is brought to you by Julie Oliver with Dickey Insurance Services. Your Imperial Valley Allstate agent. Stop by and see Julie, 1699 West Main Street in El Centro.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Capital One Bank.
I'm Steve Kathan. From the sound of things in Switzerland, President Trump was tuned in to his impeachment trial.
Gerald Nadler, I've known him a long time. He's a sleazebag. Everybody knows that. Pat Cipollone is a high-quality human being. I was very impressed with Pat. He had great emotion yesterday.
Cipollone led the defense on the first day, a marathon session lasting into the wee hours.
This is the United States Senate. You're not in charge here.
His warning to House Democrats like New York's Jerry Nadler, who pushed back.
They lie and lie and lie and lie.
At one point, Chief Justice John Roberts scolded both sides after an intense back and forth. 4 women who've made accusations against Harvey Weinstein in cases that have not been prosecuted will be called to testify at his sex assault trial in New York. CBS News legal analyst Ricky Kleeman says they'll try to bolster the case, which involves 2 other women.
Their cases may not be strong enough when there's no forensic evidence, no physical evidence, late reporting. These cases are old, going back 2006, 2013. So you get 4 others. There certainly is value in numbers.
The UN accuses Saudi Arabia of hacking Amazon and Washington Post owner Jeff Bezos' phone. CBS's Errol Barnett says it began after he swapped numbers with Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman.
Weeks later, says Britain's The Guardian paper, Bezos and the Crown Prince were engaged in a seemingly friendly WhatsApp exchange when bin Salman sent an unsolicited malware-infected file. It's unclear what information was then taken.
The Post was critical of the Saudi government after the killing of columnist Jamal Khashoggi. From China, there's word the death toll from the coronavirus now stands at 17. There is a case in the United States. CBS's Carter Evans following that in Everett, Washington.
They say they're keeping him in isolation out of an abundance of caution. They really don't believe he can communicate the disease right now, but anyone that he did come in contact with over the last few days, they're trying to get in touch right now to monitor them for potential symptoms as well.
Michael Palin tweets he was fortunate to work with Terry Jones during the Monty Python years. Jones has died at 77 after a battle with dementia. CBS's Vicki Barker tells us experts tried to unlock what makes a perfect cup of coffee.
The international team of mathematicians, physicists, and materials experts says using a coarser ground of coffee actually results in a more consistent espresso and uses fewer beans. They trialed their theory in an Oregon coffee shop, which reported saving thousands in the first year.
Wall Street right now, the Dow is up 58 points. This is CBS News.
Capital One is reimagining banking, offering accounts with no fees or minimums that can be opened in 5 minutes. Capital One. What's in your wallet? Capital One N.A. Member FDIC.
You're in charge of hiring, and Indeed has solutions, like online skills tests, which let a candidate show that they're the right hire. And we give you this magic music, which will inspire the perfect hire to begin clog dancing. Okay, there's no magic music, but skills tests, that's a for sure.
See why independent research by Silk Road shows Indeed delivers 3 times more hires than any other job site. Post your next job at Indeed.com/hire and try skills tests for free. Terms and conditions apply.
Nature Valley brings that satisfying crunch that gets your family going again with real delicious honey and whole grain oats. So get out here. Nature Valley Oats and Honey Crunchy Bars. The original crunch.
Hi, I'm Bruce Fabrizio, inventor of Simple Green, the iconic cleaning formula known around the globe. Try a Simple Green product today, and if you're not 100% satisfied, I'll refund your money. Visit us at simplegreen.com.
Simple Green. A Malaysian boy living in Britain has grabbed the world's attention as we hear from CBS's Deborah Rodriguez.
I'm Harry.
3-year-old Mohammed Haris Nadzim has just become the youngest member of Mensa, the world's largest international high IQ society.
I will tell the story of the very hungry caterpillar.
He reportedly scored a 142 on the Stanford Binet test. It puts him in the 99.7th percentile. The average score for adults is 100. Harris was reading himself bedtime stories by the time he turned 2. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
A private realtors group says home sales were up 3.8% in December. That's a rebound from a slow fall. But analysts say record low inventory of for sale homes has kept things in check along with rising home prices. The median sales price jumped 7.8% in 2019. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
This is an advertisement. Paid non-attorney spokesperson Ricky LeBlanc, admitted in Massachusetts only. Sokolov Law, LLC, Chestnut Hill, Mass. Paul J. Morgan, Winter Park, Florida. Greg Hoppy, New Jersey. Michael Bro Gonzalez, admitted Louisiana. While this firm maintains joint responsibility, most cases of this type are referred to other attorneys for principal responsibility. Mesothelioma. If you know what mesothelioma is, you or someone you love has likely been affected by this devastating cancer. You may be entitled to compensation. Call Sokolov Law today. 1-800-578-2400. The only known cause of mesothelioma is asbestos exposure. Thousands of U.S. veterans and trade workers are at risk for the disease. Nearly $30 billion in court-ordered trust has been set aside to pay money to asbestos victims. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma, call now. You may be able to receive compensation without ever going to court or filing a lawsuit. Call for a free legal consultation at 1-800-578-2400. That's 1-800-578-2400. 1-800-578-2400.
Hi, this is Julie Oliver. As your local Allstate agent, providing protection that fits your life is something I take well personally. I am committed to learning about your needs and personalizing protection to meet them. From bundling your auto, home, and life insurance with ease to evaluating optional coverage based on your protection needs, I can build an insurance proposal that fits your life. Are you in good hands? Contact me, Julie Oliver, today for a free quote at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Life insurance offered through Allstate Life Insurance Company and Allstate Assurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois, and American Heritage Life Insurance Company, Jacksonville, Florida.
CBS News brought to you by Julie Oliver with Dickey Insurance Services, your Imperial Valley Allstate agent for home, life, or auto insurance. Call Julie Oliver, Dickey Insurance Services.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
Yeah, for some reason or another, you sound a little taller on radio.
AM 1230 KXO.
1230.
Hey, what's up, man? What's going on?
Hey, let me call you back, man.
Hey man, how's it going?
Hi, so I have this stain and I heard you're the guy.
Say no more. Valley Dry Cleaning's got you covered. There you go, man.
Cool, man. Hey, man, you got it out. What'd you guys do?
Let's just say we've got a secret weapon.
Thanks, man.
This is an ugly candy bar, Peter Paul's almond cluster. It bulges from the way they stuff those almonds and crunchy stuff inside. It's so ugly, in fact, we're not going to show it to you. But don't go away, we're going to show you something. Isn't that something? Believe me, it's better than looking at our candy bar. Funny thing, ugly as it is, almond cluster tastes just beautiful. Why people who make such a crunchy, chocolatey candy can't fix the way it looks? I don't know, maybe we should be on the radio or something, skywriting.